See, believing in yourself does not mean that you think you are more valuable than other people. And actually, I would argue that believing in yourself actually helps you to add value to other people. Hey, let's talk just for a moment today about confidence. You see, it's hard to excel in anything in life without confidence. And that's why it is so critical that you have it. And it's why the enemy fights against it. You see, people can look away from high levels of confidence. They can look down on that because they can say, I don't ever want to be prideful. So instead, what we do is we keep low self-confidence and then we just label it humility to feel better about ourselves. But I love this definition of humility that says humility isn't thinking less of yourself, it's just thinking of yourself less. Let me say that to you again. Humility isn't thinking less of yourself, it's just thinking of yourself less. See, believing in yourself does not mean that you think you are more valuable than other people. And actually, I would argue that believing in yourself actually helps you to add value to other people. And the opposite is also true. Just because you don't believe in yourself doesn't mean that you're going to think highly of somebody else. So many times we get these things mixed up. But we need to live with self-confidence because this is what I am discovering. I am discovering that confidence is the gateway to courage. Confidence is the gateway to courage. And if we expect to have courage in the moments of our life that we need it, then we need to have the confidence in order to support it. We must have confidence on a daily basis. So when we step into the moments where we need so much courage, we have the confidence to support those moments of courage. You see, as an athlete, I was always trying to wear my opponent down mentally. And one of the ways that I was doing that is I was always trying to get their confidence to break. And if you could ever get their confidence to break, if you could ever break them mentally, then you knew you were going to have success. I remember this one time. We were in a beginning of a ball game and I dropped back to pass and I threw the pass and I knew there was a good chance. Man, if I threw a good ball, this was going to be a touchdown. And as soon as I threw that pass, man, this guy hit me, boom, so hard, drove me into the ground. And I was laying there on the ground and I was just listening for the crowd because I couldn't see what was happening. I was just listening for the crowd. And I knew if I heard this side of the crowd cheer, then that means it went good and it was a completion. And if I heard them cheer twice, I knew not only was it a completion, it was going to be a touchdown. And sure enough, I heard them cheer the first time that the receiver caught the ball, and I heard that cheer get louder. That second cheer came in, and I knew it was a touchdown. And I never will forget as that guy was laying on top of me, and he was talking trash, and he was telling me, I'm going to be here all day, hitting you all day. And I just put my hands up like this, like touchdown, and I patted him on the rear end, and I said, you keep hitting me all day long, and I'll keep throwing touchdowns all day long and we'll call it even. And I never will forget when he realized what had happened, that it was a touchdown. And I saw his head go down and his shoulders slump. And I knew it was just the beginning of the game, but the game was over because he didn't have any more confidence. And there was going to come a moment in the game where he was going to need courage to do something great. And he would not have the courage he needed in that moment because I had broken his confidence. You see, as a player, I would never let my opponent break my confidence on the field. So I'm not going to let the enemy steal my confidence in life either. You need to live with confidence every day because it's going to take courage for you to live out the calling and the purpose of God on your life. Maybe you're saying today, but I don't have a lot of self-confidence. Let me give you just a quick pointer to help you build confidence in your life. How do you build self-confidence? This is one easy way to do it. Keep the promises that you make to yourself. Make promises to yourself and then keep those promises. Make a small promise. It doesn't matter. You don't have to make big, grand promises. Just make small promises to yourself. I'm going to wake up every day this week at 6 a.m. I'm not going to eat that extra piece of candy in the afternoon. I'm not going to just make small promises and then keep those promises. And whenever you begin to build your self-control, what you'll find is that you're also building self-confidence. Those two things work together. And if you are going to be who you need to be and you're going to do what you need to do, you've got to have confidence so you can live with courage.